Hi Primary 2 and welcome to your video today speaking about partitioning to 100. So some of you will be able to come onto our live meeting to go over this, but I thought I would put this video up for those of you who can't access it and in case anyone would like to go back over what we had learned. Okay, so basically partitioning just means breaking things down. So today we're going to be focusing on breaking things down into tens and units, okay? So for our warm-up today, I would like you to practice counting up in tens. So you can pause this video and press play once you have done that, okay? Great. So now we're going to have some numbers pop up in the middle of the screen and I would like you to just shout out what they are as quickly as you can to get our brains working, okay? So here we have 78, 19, well done, 93, 45, 80, 21. Well done. Okay, so our learning intention is today we are learning to break numbers into tens and units, okay? And to be really successful in this job, we're going to partition the numbers into tens and units. So we're going to break the numbers down and we're going to make whole numbers from the tens and units. So once we've broken them down, we're going to learn to build them back up and put them all back together. Okay, so here we have the number 16, and if we look at the blocks, we can see that there is 1 10, so one group of 10, and then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, okay? So one block of 10 and 6 units makes 16 together. Okay, now here we have the number 88, so it's quite a big number, and we can see lots and lots of 10s. So we can see 8 groups of 10. So if we were to count them in tens, we would see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units to make 88, okay? Then we would look over and we have the number 24. So we have 2 groups of 10s, so 10, 20, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 units to make 24. Okay, now we're going to move on to a different way to represent the tens and units. So here we've used blocks and cubes, and this is looking at something called whole part. So at the top, we have our whole number, and then we have it in different parts. It looks a bit like a spaceship, doesn't it, Primary 2? So at the top, we have our whole number, which is 17, okay? So we can see that the tens column is represented in green, and that splits down here to make one group of 10, okay? And the blue represents the units. So we have 7 units and 7 units down here, okay? And here we have the number 61. So we have 1 unit and we have 6 groups of 10 to make 60, okay? Now, let's have a look at this number. So this is 34. So if we were going to break that down, how many 10s do you think we would have? Lovely. 3 groups of 10. And how many units? 4. Excellent. So we would have 30 and 4. And if we look over at our blocks, we have 3 groups of 10. So 10, 20, 30, and 4 units. Great. Now we have the number 72. Well done. So let's do the same. Let's break that down. So we're going to split it into parts. So how many 10s do you think we're going to have? Yep, 7 groups of 10 to make 70 and 2 units. Perfect. So then we will have 7 blocks of 10 and 2 units. Great, and let's try one more of these. So this number is 91. So we're going to split that up again. So how many groups of 10? Perfect. And how many units? Great, so 90 and 1. So 9 groups of 10. Let's count, make sure they're all there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 1 unit. Great, okay. So that's us broken the number down, so we've partitioned it, and now we're going to build it back up together to make our whole number, okay? So here we're going to count how many 10s we have. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we've got the 50 blocks and then the 50 over here for our part. And then how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we need to put them together and find out what our whole number is. So we've got 50 and we have 5. So 50 tens, 5 units. 55, well done. Okay, so here we have 2 blocks of 10, so 20. And how many units? 8. Well done. So 20 and 8 is going to make 28. Great job. Okay, so your task is to go back to our virtual classroom to find your activities for today. So there is going to be a worksheet and then there will be a game for you to go back on to. So I'm going to take you over to the worksheet just now and speak you through it just to make sure you know what you're doing. Okay, excellent. So this is our sheet here. So at the top again, it says partitioning to 100. And we are learning to break numbers into tens and units. And that's exactly what we're going to practice. So here, it says how many altogether. So you're going to need to count the tens and the units to find out. So here we have 1 10 stick, so we have 10, and then 3 units is going to be 13. Well done. So you just click on the box and type in 13, just like you normally do with these sheets. And that's the same for all of these bits, okay? And then when we get down here, it says break from whole numbers into parts. So we're breaking from the whole number into our 2 parts. So this is like our spaceship type thing again, okay? So this example has 94 as our whole number at the top, and then it's split into 90 and 4. Okay? So let's try it with 16. If we're going to split it into tens and units, how many tens will we have? Great. 1 block of 10. And how many units? 6. Excellent. Okay. So you would keep going that way. And then whenever we get to a bit with an underline, we know it's a new part and something different for us to do. So make the whole number from tens and units. So this is us building our whole numbers back up, okay? So parts, we have 40 and we have 4. So if we have 40 and 4 together, it's going to be 44. Well done. So there's quite a few of those ones for you to practice. And then when we get here, it says, we know that 43 equals 40 and 3. And 27 equals 20 add 7. Okay, so that's just a slightly different way for us to look at it. And then it says complete these fact sentences. So here's another example. 25 is equal to 20 plus 5. So let's look over here. If we look at 58, so we're going to split it into our tens and units. So our tens, how many will we have? 50, great, 50, and then how many more? So 50 plus what will get you to 58, basically? 8, well done. And we found that out just by splitting up the number. So we had 58 at the top. If it was the circle, the spaceship, sorry, we would have 58 at the top and we would split it. We would have the 50 and the 8. And that's what goes in here. So you can keep going with the bottom ones, and then at the end, just like we normally do, we have our self-assessment smiley faces. So I would like you to go up to here, the pencil, and you'll need to choose whichever colour is relevant to you. So if you thought you did really well with the job, you really understood it, you feel really confident, you could do the smiley face green. If you thought, in the middle, I kind of understand it, but I think I need a bit more practice, you could do it red, you could do it orange or yellow. And if you're thinking, oh, I really don't understand that, I really think I would like some more practice, and maybe Miss Braddis needs to help me a bit more, you would colour this one in red. Okay, so off you go, give that a shot, and make sure when you're finished, you click I'm done so that I can see your sheet and see what I can do to help you. Okay, have fun. Bye.